Hi and welcome to the 5 Minute Business Boost, where you get to choose your 5-minute investment. I'm your host, Sam Hicks, and I'll be discussing topics under the headings of business development, marketing, photography, and much more. Okay, so in today's episode, I'm going to talk about the importance of quoting. Now, I know for some, quoting can be a double-edged sword. While it might seem as a tedious task providing accurate and detailed quotes, it can in the long run save your business significant time and money. This episode will delve into what should be included in a quote, and I'll offer up 5 top tips for crafting excellent quotes, and hopefully by the end you'll understand how to make quoting an asset to your business. Okay, so let's get cracking. And let's chat about what needs to be in the quote document. Creating a comprehensive quote is crucial for ensuring both you and your client are on the same page. And here's some essential elements to include. I've got 5. So the first one is contact information. You need to include your business name, your address, your phone number, your email, and also include the client's contact details, and don't forget your website. Number 2, you need to give a detailed description of the services and products. You need to provide this in a clear and detailed descriptive way of what you are offering, and this avoids any misunderstanding about what is being quoted or offered. Pricing breakdown is number 3. You need to be able to list the cost of each item or service separately. This transparency helps the client understand what they're paying for and makes it easier for them to see the value in your quote. And I know sometimes in different sectors, sometimes you are doing a little bit of educating as well, because people just assume that something that might take you 5 minutes should be really cheap, and yet it's taken 30 years of experience for you to be able to do that. So think about that when you're doing your pricing breakdown. Number 4, I think, is one of the most one of the most important items to include, and that's terms and conditions. So you need to outline those T&Cs, including payment terms, delivery schedules, and any other relevant policies. And also, too, don't be afraid to say things like subject to, subject to bad weather, subject to deliveries on time, all of those things. Make sure you cover your butt in the quoting process, but in doing so, let the client know that, sometimes things can go pear-shaped, and just outline them. It might help a discussion. And number 5 is an expiration date. Quotes should have that date to encourage that prompt decision-making and to protect you from fluctuating costs. So being thorough and clear in your quote document not only helps to build that trust with your clients, but also protects your business from potential disputes. Project creep, project expansion, additional items, all of those things. You need to make sure that your quote covers things like that. So what are my 5 top tips? Number 1, be detailed and specific. Can't even say it. Specific. The more detailed your quote, the less room there is for misunderstandings. You need to talk about and detail the scope of work, materials, and any other specifics relevant to the job. Number 2, use professional formatting. A professionally formatted quote reflects well on your business. Use your company letterhead. Ensure the document is easy to read with clear headings and sections. Number 3, it gets back to those terms and conditions. Make sure your terms and conditions are easy to understand. Avoid jargon and ensure the client knows exactly what they're agreeing to. You need to include that expiration date. Not only encourages that client to decide promptly, but it also protects you from any changes in costs or availability of materials. You only have a look at the freight costs, the insurance costs, everything is going up at the moment. So most businesses do a quote that may be valid from 30 to 45 days. So think about that expiration date. Number 5, follow up promptly. After sending the quote, follow up with the client to address any questions they might have. This shows how proactive you can be and interested in their business, and may just increase the chances of converting that quote into a sale, which is what we want all along. Now, just as a side thought, there are online quote templates. There are a variety of templates available not only within business accountancy packages that you might be using, but also online. Microsoft Office and various apps offer templates that might help streamline the quoting process, ensuring consistency and professionalism. AI can also assist. So in a nutshell, quoting may not be the most glamorous part of running a business, but it's certainly one of the most crucial. Now, I know people are going to cringe out there because quoting can chew up so much time. But I've seen a lot of businesses over the years, they might have like a template, a quoting template that has some basic bits and pieces that they can drag from one quote, a base document, across all their quotes, and then they can just detail down depending on the client and their needs. But by including all of this necessary information and following best practices, you can create quotes that not only win you more business, but also ensure smooth transaction and satisfied clients. For me, quoting is really cool when it comes to invoicing time, because you can literally lift or copy what was in the quote straight across to the invoice. You don't have to sit there and write up an invoice, which might take you some time. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. You need to consider and implement those tips if you can, and hopefully you'll find quoting can save you some time in the long run. This episode was informed by guides from Business Victoria and Business Queensland. Their comprehensive resources on preparing business quotes has provided an excellent foundation, not only for this podcast, but for any small business looking to refine their quoting process. Until next time, cheerio. Thanks for listening to the 5-Minute Business Boost. For more information, follow me on socials, sign up for my newsy, or check out my website to see how we can work together to reach your small business goals. Remember, anything is possible, especially in the northeast of Victoria. Until next time, cheerio.